peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome down to another episode of Livewire. It's the 19th of February, 2024. Just a few more days until Mashramani, and we're going to be celebrating after some hard work. Morning to all the persons tuned in on the live. So, guys, having a little trouble with the software this morning, so I'm going to ask you guys to help me share the live. If you are, well, we're only live on YouTube right now, but if you are on YouTube and you have a Facebook account, you can share the live to your Facebook account, so that those persons who usually join us on YouTube, on Facebook, will be able to tune into this morning's episode, right? But good morning to everybody here. Eddie Ramnath, Ronald Shivdial, Rahim Amarali, Ramnarain Singh, Joan Abidjan, Chris, Paul Joseph, Veena Ramkaran, Ganesh Samlal, Rose, Derek Drupal, Anthony Wong joining us from France, Eunice Raghubir joining us from Canada, Neil Ramlokan, Mohammed Isaf. Good morning to all you guys, and please share the live. Hopefully by this afternoon we'll get this software sorted out and we'll get back to the normal broadcast that we do on the various platforms that we broadcast on. So for now, just give me some assistance by sharing the live to your Facebook account so those people can join us too as well, right? Let's jump into it. What's been happening? What has been happening? Look, people, I saw some video. Well, as that aside, they had the groundbreaking ceremony for the Georgetown Seafront Resort. And I'm really glad that that is something that's off the ground, and it will be transforming that coastline area there. Something like what Marriott and the rebuild of Tower did. It's something I think that is welcoming, especially with all these vessels that we have approaching the Demerara to deal with the shore-based facilities there, right? I always talk about when you come into the Demerara Channel and you're passing Stabroek, the unsightly scene of the market that has been left to actually fall down on itself by the mayor and city council. So it's a big contrast from what you see in terms of the landscape of the coastline. Then you come in, and then that you have that as one of the welcoming images for persons coming to this country to take part in the oil and gas sector, or to, whatever it is, container ships, whatever it is. So I'm glad that another premier facility is going to be established there, and persons coming into Guyana via the waterways, well, especially on this end there with the Demerara, they'd be able to see some of that transformation firsthand as it is happening, right? So, okay, so people messaging me about the live. Let me see. Let me share it on WhatsApp too. So, software doesn't always work. So this is the situation we're in. So I'm going to try to get that shared for you guys on WhatsApp as well. Man, look, a lot of things happening, a lot of revelations. From last week, Friday come down, all weekend is revelations, man. And I want to know why all the animosity. We got to live in love. Friends need to be friends again, and that kind of thing. But let me jump into the main thing I want to discuss here this morning, right? Shoot, just give me a second. Right, good. So I got that copied. and we can move on. So let me put this on Facebook. Right, good. So as I was saying, I wanted to address some statements that were made over the weekend at this Burnham symposium. And it just goes to show, oh gosh, these people in the PNC don't mean to change their ways. They might rebrand themselves through various coalitions and partnerships, might add a letter, take away a letter from the PNC, but it's the same old PNC at the end of the day, right? Now, I want y'all to have a quick listen to this, and then we can jump into some discussion. Remember, guys, we're not live on YouTube, so if it's possible, could you assist me by sharing the live to your sorry, we're not live on Facebook. So could you do me a favor by sharing the live on your Facebook, so we can have persons on Facebook come across to YouTube and take part in the discussion as well. Right, we're not live on Facebook currently. We're only live on YouTube, having some technical difficulties, and you know, help your boy out. Share the live. Right, so why am I not even seeing it here? I did share it here. Anyway, nevertheless, we shall continue. Right, good. So let's jump in.
And as they're rewriting our history, tell them that it was Burnham's wisdom which got him into office in 1964. I was General Secretary at a critical time. And if, as I told one of the groups I met this morning, if they say you rig elections, I say we should keep rigging to save us from these devils, these bastards, these demons that we have. God bless you.
Y'all hear the lady in the background in her tongues? Look, listen to me. Y'all, I kid you not. In case you're here, I can play it again.
And as they're rewriting our history, tell them that it was Burnham's wisdom which got him into office in 1964. I was General Secretary at a critical time.
So the former General Secretary of the PNCR, or the PNC at that time, is speaking to Burnham's reign as president, right?
And if, as I told one of the groups I met this morning, if they say you rig elections.
No, listen, let's be clear. Nobody is making wild statements about Burnham and the rigging of elections back in those days. Anybody can go online. There have been documentaries done by international organizations about the rigging of elections in this country, right? I spoke of this last week. Now, there's a documentary that looks at, apparently at some point in time, if you live overseas, you could have voted, I guess, through an embassy or something like that, right? And Burnham had won a landslide victory in one of the elections. I don't know which year. And these filmmakers went to England, different parts where Guyanese were allegedly dwelling, right? Different parts where Guyanese were allegedly dwelling and voted from and had as their address in the United Kingdom. They went to visit. And on many occasions, almost 95% of the occasions when they went to these addresses that were given that should be housing Guyanese who voted in the election, they didn't find any Guyanese there whatsoever. Y'all share this live for me, please. We can get it started by tomorrow. in terms of being back on Facebook. But share this live for me. The Guyanese were never there. All the white people that they went to and interviewed, no, I've been living here for 35 years. I've been living here for 40 years. No Guyanese, none whatsoever. So it wasn't a make-believe story, a make-up thing, or anything of the sort. Nothing of the sort. It was documented overseas. It was documented here. You used to see these men in military uniforms fetching out ballot boxes and all sorts of stuff. I remember when I was a child. You understand me? After Burnham time, some of the craziness that these people used to try to do. You understand? So, Mr. Green is not about people saying, it's about what is fact, what people know, what used to happen. You understand me? What used to happen?
I say we should keep rigging.
No, this here is a finally. So y'all remember when I told you the Guyanese hypocrite actually acknowledged that the government, the PVPC government, was voted into office when we met, or we had a small talk in the Alberton area. Now we have another senior stalwart of this party, and trust me, it was hard listening to this guy. This guy talk long. When I tell you he talk long, his story long. So always with some old time this and what happened this time and that kind of thing. And at the end of it, this is what he is telling the youth, are encouraging. He is encouraging persons to tell youths, right? This is what he's encouraging persons to tell the youths, that we must rig these elections just to get rid of the bastards and the demons and the this and the that. Mr. Green, I'm putting to you that you are a bastard and a demon. Right? I am putting to you that you are a bastard and a demon. And there's nobody more thieving than a Burnham era. You understand? Where this country was raped of the resources. And imagine, Burnham was somebody who banning things across this country and then flying them in for him and his family to use. You understand me? Then flying them in for him and his family to use. So all the ice apples and the grapes that couldn't come in here, all the people that they're making flour, making roti with rice flour, and everybody I talked to, they say rice flour never make a proper roti yet. That's what they say. Rice flour or plantain, whichever flour that they using, they wasn't getting wheat flour. It never make a proper roti yet. So these people, and he was the general secretary of the PNC at the time, Hamilton Green. And hey, I don't know if it's boy or we got meeting the guy, anybody in Hamilton Green's era still alive, how the smile still kick it. Me want he dead. But you understand what I'm saying? Hammy the wrong long. Hammy is a wrong long. Hammy got integral knowledge of the rigging back then. You understand? Integral knowledge of the rigging back then. Somebody need to catch Hamilton Green and ask him, what does he think about the rigging attempt of 2020? Does he think that his old school squad have done better? Right? Does he think his crew would have done better? That is what I'm trying to find out. Hammy out of order, people. On my internet. Just a second, people. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so Hami has integral knowledge of this whole rigging situation and is encouraging people to tell the younger folks that if we need to rig these elections, we don't need to campaign. We don't need to work on a proper manifesto to win the hearts and minds of people. Or we don't need to go into office and actually perform for people to vote for us. Let's rig the hell out of this thing and move forward. You understand? Let us disenfranchise Guyanese who would have gone to the ballot box and made their choice. And these are the people that want to get back into government. Right? These are the people. And at this forum, it constantly mentions a GCOM chairman, a commissioner, sorry. Constantly mentioning a GCOM commissioner that should work together with them to achieve their goals. So, listen, it's a sad situation with this group of politicians, right? The first thing, they don't want to put in the work. They don't want, and Hami spoke about grassroots and being in touch with the grassroots, which they are very detached from. They have a few hooligans and lunatics that are super duper loyal to Congress, please. As soon as you snap your fingers, you can be sure that those few will be there. You understand? The lowly tiger, the guy who's walking around barefoot doing obia that don't work at people's place. You could be sure that those people come out, right? And they got a few there that you could see that they're always there at a PNC protest. But I am glad that Hamilton Green has given us digital, unrefutable evidence that the PNC, right, have been engaged in rigging, and he's encouraging them to continue. So we know what to expect in the future. You understand? For those just joining us, let me run it again for y'all, if you think alike.
And as they're rewriting our history, tell them that it was Burnham's wisdom which got him into office in 1964.
History lesson.
I was General Secretary at a critical time. And if, as I told one of the groups I met this morning, if they say you rig elections, I say we should keep rigging.
Listen, if y'all go back on the PNC page and y'all watch the whole thing, he was talking to a group of Afro-Guyanese, and then he spoke to a group of Indo-Guyanese a little later in the day. Right? That is what happened, people. That is what happened. He was talking to a group of Afro-Guyanese, then he was talking to a group of Indo-Guyanese. Morning to everybody joining us, who usually join us on Facebook, who've come over to YouTube. Welcome. Thank you for being here. You understand me? So look at the symposium if you want all them details to understand. Well, Paul Joseph, he spoke of his wife, and he was showing that his wife is an actual doctor. I guess she keeping you alive so long. But yeah, Hami is saying, let the rigging continue. Let us rig it down. Don't let's go to the people and win their hearts and minds. Don't let's go to the people and make a promise. Don't let's go to the people and, set out a plan or highlight their plan to advance Guyana. Let us rig the hell out of the thing. Right? And mind you, these are the persons PNC people hold in high regard. So when Hami says something like this, y'all know that it ain't falling on deaf ears. You understand me? Realize that it is not falling on deaf ears. So you have persons in here who genuinely taking these remarks from Hamilton Green, you understand, and about to implement it in relation to elections coming up. You understand what I mean? That is a big possibility. Well, not a big possibility. We know that these people is engaged in rigging. Sad to say, given the technological age you're in, it is not as easy as Burnham's time to hoodwink people. You understand? It's not as easy. But we know now, and we've had confirmation from senior persons within this party, that if they claim we rig it, and we know we rig it, and we continue doing that. Let us continue doing that, right? Let us continue doing that. So all like Linden, where they won and still didn't do anything for them, they don't care. New Amsterdam, they don't care about you. Beirut, Tiger Bay, Albies Town, they don't care about enhancing your lives in any way, building roads, raising your property value, making your life better in any way, shape, or form. You understand me? Their aim is just to get power any way possible and to hold on to it, whether the people want them there or not. And that's the sad situation that we are facing here. And thank God we have a strong government that will not bow or break to the pressure from people like Hamilton Green. Guess who else sitting down here? You understand? Nigel Hughes. I see the lady, the tongues lady, Shandai lady. Let me pull up the video and show y'all the crew. It's a whole crew. You understand me? The same woman who hug up Minister Susan Rodriguez and cry, oh God, oh, I finally get my house lot. Oh yes, I finally get my house lot. Cry, pray with the minister, all kind of thing, lay hands. That's why, listen, y'all watch it with people who want to play the praying and laying hands on you. Some of them are the same demons that they're talking about. Y'all be careful. And then they got some cases where you can get Obia people who gonna carry your money too, and the Obia don't work. Y'all don't fall in these traps. Do not fall in these traps. The Obia does not work. I show the Kabaka hope I want to know why they keep calling the name. He had the time. He rig up the elections. He dead. He gone. Oh God, let the man rest in peace. Jeez. What's y'all issue? Give the Kabaka a chance. Let the Kabaka rest. Every minute hearing some worries. And invoking the Kabaka for this, invoking the Kabaka for that. No, they're talking if the Kabaka rig the elections. Let me continue to rig it and go down. Not to try to change what the Kabaka has been known for. Rigging elections. Rigging elections. And it's sad that this is the opposition people have to deal with. So these are some of the people that talk at this Burnham symposium. And what democracy does not flourish where, well, I can't see the rest of it. Democracy doesn't flourish at Congress Place. That's what you should say. So imagine this is a commissioner for the electoral body of this country. You understand? A commissioner for the electoral body of this country. And he is at a symposium where persons are saying, hey, if they say we rig the elections, let me continue rigging it to get rid of them. Y'all realize what I'm trying to show y'all. He's in charge of making sure we got free and fair elections. A good thing is not he alone. Then look who we got here. Mr. Mr. Mats and disappear. The boss of the no confidence motion. You understand? Rounding up and all that stuff. the boss of rounding up. Add one, take one, add one, and all this nonsense. You see the people that they have here? Let me see who else on the podium. And Nigel talk long. See, he probably give them some maths that confuse them. You understand me? Nigel talk long. I don't know who this worries was. I know. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, we got Vincent again. I don't know who's this guy. I don't know who's the apparently working DHL. I know good. Y'all take a look at this, right? This is a symposium for their founding leader. You understand me? Not a young face in sight. I'm going to use a word that Hamilton Green used last night. A bunch of old Kavakamites. You understand me? A bunch of old Kavakamites out here right now, people. And that this is what they offer this country for leadership. There's nobody here, you understand me? Well, let me look and make sure. Let me look and make sure. Matter of fact, I don't see any government shadows. I don't see any shadows here. You understand? And if you look at it, Clayton Hines, a worries from Plum Park. You understand me? A worries from Plum Park. The activists in Plum Park who went against Clayton Hines did more for Clayton Hines area than Clayton Hines has done as a sitting councillor for that area. You understand me? You have Hamilton Green, who is a sitting mayor for a gajillion years in the capital city and ain't do nothing that make no sort of sense. And next to this Rasta man here in the yellow, whatever you call it, this young lady here, that there is the tongue stalker. The young lady who now has her house lot under this PVP government. You understand me? Now has her house lot. Hug up Minister Rodriguez, pray with her and all kind of thing. Oh, yes, thank you, Minister. Shandai. All kind of thing. You understand? Then tomorrow morning, transform. But you know something, I'll say that to that woman. The minister not vex to help you. The minister's glad because she knows that you're Guyanese and you're deserving of a house lot. And the sad part about it, you are not able to advance your housing process 2015 to 2020. So Minister Rodriguez was happy to help you. And lo and behold, you end up costing Shimosi but 2-3 days after. But that's not a problem because that doesn't deter her from her mandate as a minister within the Ministry of Housing. And that's to provide housing and water for people like you, a Kavakamite like you. Words used by Hamilton Green, a Kavakamite like you. You understand? Hamilton Green spoke about Ali and the 4 thieves. Hamilton Green and know about George Norton. Hamilton Green don't know about pissing Patterson. You understand me? Hamilton Green don't know about the Guyanese hypocrite and at Ferguson and the monies that were spent in ways that they were not supposed to be spent. That is stealing. It's not your money. Whether it buy bangle, bracelet, or bed sheet, it was not your money to buy those things. So it's still stealing. So, Hammy, you got some of the 40 thieves over there by you. So if 4 by us, you understand me? If 4 by us, the other 36 by you. The other 36 by you. So you should be the you don't know about Sherrod Duncan. When he spent up the money at the people place there. You don't know about that? Thief. Thief. That's what he's calling him, a thief. Look, listen to me. Hamilton Green spoke for a while, and even this morning I ran through the thing to find the clip. I like, what the hell is this? I would never sit down and listen to Hamilton Green give any speech. You understand? I would never do it because it's a boring history lesson that is distorted in the favor of the PNC. You understand me? Hamilton Green himself was a little terrorist back in the day. Hamilton Green himself was a little terrorist back in the day. So like I showed y'all, this is the future of the PNC. And that future didn't even look bright. I don't know if this guy in the shades here in the top on the right hand, well, Mike would be your left hand. No, but your right hand too. With the top and the black jersey is Christopher Jones. But you don't see any of the young MPs from this party here. Because I don't want to associate it. You never see Father Abraham in the audience. I don't see Father Abraham anywhere. So you could imagine Father Abraham didn't even show up to this thing. Let me see. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah, this is the prayer lady.
And I remember back in the days, I used to go buy coffee and stand within the crowd and listen to Lyndon Forbes Sampson Barnett.
Okay, that's nice of you to do that. And he looked familiar, but I know he named neither. But you see what I'm trying to show? Oh, I see Mr. Phillips. I hope he paid those models. Oh my God, Drayton Phillips. I hope you pay those models, sir. Those models, and this was showing you. Everybody in that camp is bare corruption, brother and sisters. I'm gonna say like Glenn Lal, auntie, uncle, it's bare corruption in the system over there. Drayton Phillips, their candidate to LGE, hire certain models and then pay them. Got them women embarrassing you on Facebook. They want the money, and he ducking and hiding all over the place, taking pictures with Rickford Burke, pose up in some car overseas. What are you doing, Drayton? Are you a church colleague as well? I'm worried. Actually, I ain't worried, Nikki. What you do with yourself? You know, me got them story. Me got them story. I tried it. But this is the ilk of people that they're dealing with. Bare corruption wrong them. You understand me? You need a snack. I ain't even gonna bother with you. I don't know who he is, but you need to eat. Right? Let me look at the crowd again. I don't see, and look, we got empty chairs. This is supposed to be Barnum. Your founding lead everybody on board. With it there. Look at it. Y'all look at it. You think it's a joke? Yeah, you need to eat again, sir. I don't know why they still eat. Oh my God. I don't know who this guy is. Clayton Hines. Waste. Yes, you. You, though, not me, you. Waste. Complete waste. Done nothing for Plum Park. Get up at the council meeting just to reiterate everything that everybody has just said. Waste time. Full waste of time, Clayton Hines. But you got a big authoritative voice, so he knows and he knows this. Nonsense. Stumbling, bumbling fool. Stumbling, bumbling fool, Clayton Hines. You understand? I said, Mr. Hines at the statute, I said, Mr. Hines, you can move a motion so that the council could buy a new PA system so y'all could, you know, people who are reporting on the council activities could disseminate the information better. Clayton carried me into one long drawn-out story, but this and that off topic. You understand? I said, Mr. Hines, what you do for your community in the cycle before? That was just after LG had finished. He won the area again. But I remind you, persons, Clayton Hines, just like Travis. Oh God, what's his last name? Travis, the council for Charlestown. People didn't vote for them. People voted for their party. Travis is an idiot. Clayton Hines is another Hamilton Green. They have nothing to offer us now. But history stories that they distort. You understand me? Nothing to offer us. And that is what I remind people. And that is what I say to PNC followers. You have nothing to gain from these people. Not a thing. Imagine I went into Plum Park myself and the Edo bush taller than me in the gutter. And you could imagine Clayton Hines running for office and he ain't even got the gall to sell a comment and clean out them bush with them people. Let's call Coretta and get some of this GTU money and buy little lights and put up in there or something. You know who do that? You know who do that? Andre Jackman. Andre Jackman, that's the person who did it. The people in that community said they used to see Clayton, yet they still turn around and go and vote for him. You understand me? And that's the sad part about it. They have some people that no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they are staunch PNC supporters. You understand? But the sad part about it is that the government doesn't have the opportunity or the ability to differentiate between PNC and PVP people. You understand? Because you have them in all communities. So at the end of the day, the government has to ensure that development happens across the board for everybody. Right? Why Clayton Hines didn't transform Plum Park 2015 to 2020 when you had back him? And people like him who are in areas, Garaway, who now fighting up himself and going on and telling people who didn't vote for who. You remember nobody voted for the current mayor. Nobody voted for him. Y'all foisted him on the people of the capital city. No one voted for the mayor. Anyway, let me see who else on this thing. Let me see who else. I don't know you, but you look very upset. You need to calm down. Savvy. Boredom symposium, then we had Hammy. We had Hammy. We had Hammy. People, these PNC portions could never legally get back into power in this country. You understand? No matter how many diehard supporters they have, it is, I am saying it's impossible. At none of their activities, they can take you through a list of things that they have done to benefit the Guyanese people at large. At none of their activities, they don't ever form a minister, MP, shadow, good, Fari Abraham, nobody. Guyanese hypocrite, nobody. Christopher Jones, the best you get out of Christopher Jones is that he can gyrate the thing. That's the best you got out of Christopher Jones, that he will gyrate the thing if he gets into office in 2025. That is their plan, to gyrate the thing. And I'm saying we need a better plan than that. And I'm sure the Guyanese people feel the same way. We need a better plan than gyrating the thing. Because imagine, they had a manifesto. Y'all remember the 100 days promise? Says that were never fulfilled. Y'all remember? Y'all can... Look, the PNC is a sad story. And anybody who believes that they have the interests of Guyanese at heart, you're seriously mistaken. You are seriously mistaken. Time and time again, every time the PNC gets an opportunity to show Guyanese what they're made of, they do. They do. They take Guyana to a state of almost, you know, no, how to describe it? Folks, in 2015, when the PNC, AP, and UFC took over, Guyana was bubbling and moving forward, right? You were seeing investment in infrastructure in all these sectors across the country. As soon as they take over, there's an automatic decline. And the sad part about it is we had COVID-19 hitting us right after or during that period, when we had nobody with sense in the health sector to deal with the situation. These are the people who bought a property, a former hotel You understand me? Converted it into a COVID-19 hospital and had no equipment in it. Right? Had no equipment in it. And these are the people who want to come and tell you that Guyana is in such a bad place. So many bad things are happening in Guyana. Nothing good is happening here. Yet they cannot tell you what good has happened under their tenure. They can't tell you that. And all I'm saying to you as Guyanese, look at the track record. Look at the track record of the PNC, whether you want to look at it 2015 to 2020, or you want to look at it way beyond, Bornum, Height, all of them. You understand? Look at the track record. Look at the track record and see what they have done and how they have improved this nation. In 2015 to 2020, we had no additions of secondary schools. They left 7,000 seats to be filled, or this government to find 7,000 seats for persons leaving primary and going into secondary school information, secondary school institutions, right? They did nothing in terms of advancing education. Nothing. So no new schools, no big amounts of teachers trained, nothing of the sort. And Hamilton Green yesterday, whenever, talking about who cruel to teachers and all that nonsense. What about the teachers' welfare program? What about the incentive for teachers who go and get degrees and advance themselves and doctorates and masters and whatever? What about the increase in the hinterland allowance? What about the upgrade in housing facilities for teachers in the hinterland? What about the schools that are being built in the hinterland? That is the entire education budget or the entire coalition. Schools in the hinterland. And I know that you guys heard the General Secretary mention that at his press conference. They didn't even want to build schools for people to go to. And then Patterson talking about teachers need to work more with me to spell placard. Comrade, the teachers need to work with Coretta. It's Coretta spelling I'm talking about, not me. And clearly your teacher didn't teach you about using the toilet or the bathroom or a urinal, because you were around the place pissing up on people's fence with your impaired vision. So you ain't even pissing on the fence. You see the fence here when the fence is over there. So you just pissing in the wind. You understand me? Let me stop it. Listen, Guyana is moving forward. And despite what the opposition is saying, there are organizations, countries, leaders across this world that are seeing the advancements being made here in Guyana and have been lauding the work of this Irfan Ali-led government. Now, one of those organizations that has noticed the work being put in by this government is the International Monetary Fund. Call the morning.
Morning, my brother. How are you?
I try with it. What's up?
Okay, man. But I don't know. I've been listening to concerning the symposium that I had for Bornum. But is a pack of stupidness. It's a pack of stupidness. You must be walking from Bornum again. Go come back. It's a pack of sheer ignorance. I'm going supposed to be the last person for that. You know how much wickedness you do? You know how much wickedness you do? He's supposed to be the last person. Come and put the teachers now. What about them? Let them low down.
Well, sir, you know what it is to have your pay deducted when you go to collect salary in February with all your match plans and to see a chunk of your salary missing? That lull anybody down.
That's right. That's right, my brother. These people only fooling people. They're only fooling people. You know?
Yeah.
Today, me and a friend had a chat, and he told me what the government should do is step all the allowance that they give them, put it on the salary and leave them there.
Man.
Step the allowance and put it on the salary. Say the one salary, take all the allowance, put it on the salary, and let it get a salary. And if they get all of that, that's still the guy sufficient for them. Because, you know, I mean, the hat with a hand can't reach.
Exactly. Partner, they got people who making minimum wage and making ends meet. And I know them teachers ain't making minimum wage.
When you get in use, go to McDonald's, all them doing them, forget fame.
Yeah.
Big up yourself. One woman brings 16,000 teachers from the road and got the whole ministry scattered up and down. That's fame she looking for. But I hope the government can bow to them. They want stay home. And I know more for them. Sorry that they have enough. I saw an Indian person, some of my skibble, she come out, said she ain't get some money yet, and she got to do 2 work look at your children.
I think I saw that too. Oh, she making icicle or something, and
so what if you got to do 2 work?
But you know, just go to America and do 2 jobs without rowing.
Look, wait, don't be brother telling me doing 3 jobs.
No, but Guyana's a first world country, so she ain't got to do 2 jobs. And people who living in America, the land of opportunity, first world country, got jumping from train to train. You understand me? In the cold, going to work.
That's right. So I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what happened to people, man. I just don't know what happened to them. Now I see there's a bigger problem now hitting news. They're not a problem for the country. They end up being a problem for the country because the secrets can be friendly, the fallout now.
Man.
Losing one another go.
Look, me ain't know about critic and the friend story. I stayed on the outskirts of the world. Let it try. Let it start out itself. I ain't got no excavator for nobody. Nobody didn't ask me for build no wharf. Let it try with the story. Me get it involved. Let it try
them and also Mama's the taking set up. The same people who that's like the saying that the people saying that they say they're gonna pay the teachers. To me, I get them because that is true.
We're based on with the information that coming out, you know, it may be so. It may be so.
You could hear it from critic of himself. That even he paying many mil for scandal people. Who else is it?
Yeah, but I mean, I you know what? I reserve my opinion on this matter until further notice. I going into detail on it. I left it alone.
No, I don't want you to go into detail. I just tell you what's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go into details now. The lead try because it's there when the Americans they put out something about he and the drug dealing and all that. The same people them where I believe it were coming out. Yeah, start giving me the belief that this still happening. It's the same that they're talking about tea. The same the name God Mosey, all them put up a lot of things, all of them the PNC and then including President Ali in it. It's President Ali friend and this and when the people say when people tell him he can't go to school and thing, he talk a lot of nonsense too. You understand?
Yeah.
I watch it and see good. Anyway, if the teachers still go to school, because when you said they turn out to school, that mistress went on the road, she's saying it's a lie.
Well, I don't think all of them are back at school, but some of them have returned to the classrooms.
That is what the man said. He said all of them go. The man said they're returning back to school. He said all. But she saying it's a lie.
Man, the teachers realize that the persons who brought them out there are disingenuous. They on a different level. You understand me? From them teachers, they ain't fighting the same fight. So I feel that's why some of them head back to the classroom.
As I heard you were talking about put some opium, man.
The opium don't work.
That's what is the all the time put. Just that on the same movie thing.
It's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
But they working so like what people the teachers them they ain't got sense to see so going on.
Well, man, you see how them teachers run to the next side of the road. Obi ain't easy. Obi is not an easy thing. I don't know if they didn't know the man or what, but you see them teachers run on the next side of the road. They didn't want nothing go upon them. So I thinking if you want this Obi walk on you, why you trying to let somebody walk over on other people? Listen, let me tell you something, part. If I am to go and walk Obia, it's some money. I want money. Me want nobody there or the foot fall off or nothing. I want walk out Obia so money just keep coming to me all the time. You understand?
It's a shame and disgrace.
Oh my gosh. These people terrible. They're terrible.
That's why they can't prosper. They put in the hand in nastiness.
Yes.
They can't prosper.
When defiling the 7 points with the foolishness.
It's a shame. That's what they're good for.
Man.
It's a shame.
Trouble. Thank you. Go ahead.
These people have nothing for this. All these people want to look at us. I tell you the other day, the same time they go back into power, the Sugar State closed down. All them schools and hospital buildings done. All them roads done. It can be for friends and family then for children.
Exactly.
And then 2 morning, you hear they are around bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because when they go, they can try, as I went reading a thing there with Norton, he's claiming that when he go back into power, when he go into power, he's going to raise minimum wage. They're going to double it. They're going to double minimum wage.
Y'all realize these people numbers coming from Elson Low. These people numbers, because listen, and the vice president made this point at his last press conference. They're talking about raising the minimum wage so high, right? What if the oil price drop? And we're not getting the same amount of money? How are we maintaining paying those wages that they raised to those ridiculous amounts? You see, you're trying to cause problems in this country.
Well, when it dropped, the money dropped, the country dropped, chaos start.
Oh my gosh. It's sad. It's sad that they don't really take the time to analyze some of these statements that they make.
Listen, they don't care what they say. They don't care what they do. Once they know that they can control a set of people, those were the words.
Yeah.
Those were the words.
Yeah.
Sure. You understand?
Yeah.
My brother.
All right, but thank you for coming through, Carlo.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, take care. Yeah, so as I was telling y'all, one of those organizations that have seen and recognized the work of this administration is the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Now, the deputy managing director praised Guyana for unparalleled morning caller.
Courdel, you know what I want to say? I see the post up in Hamilton Green. You read Hamilton Green, what he said?
I just played it on the live here.
Yeah, Hamilton, the man said they rigged the election.
You got turned on the live in the back there, brother.
Yeah, the man said that they'll keep rigging the election. Watch how he put the whole PNC in danger. This stupidity,
they don't care.
They're wise or they're foolish. This man is foolish. Watch how he put they throw all of them, the whole PNC under the bus.
He don't care. Or it could be old age, you know. He know he's saying it just come out.
That's not what I'm saying, but the facts come out.
Yeah.
Facts come out of my mouth. And I wonder for Aubrey not to listen to this stupid listen. And that stupidness is a fact.
But here, Aubrey Norton had to listen because Aubrey Norton wasn't there. Aubrey Norton didn't even go to it. See, he had to go. Aubrey Norton got played back and listen to it. You see what I'm showing you?
Yeah.
This is a symposium for Burnham, their founding leader. And the current party head didn't even go to it. You understand?
No, but they're saying that how the man stay in power by rigging the election.
Well, at like I said earlier, the program, at least we get confirmation now. We get confirmation.
Well, I want the teachers when they're on the road get confirmation, because if you tell me you're an educator, the union got a collective bargaining book, and the educators and read this thing.
Right.
Yeah, you know, they read it.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. They know the laws and the bylaws about the teaching and the union and all these things. They just know, but take care one set of people from Linden to Georgetown, Friday.
Yeah, but my thing, brother, is most of them aren't teachers. And at the end of the day, those who are teachers there should ask Coretta McDonald to vacate the protest, because she's there illegally as the general secretary.
Yeah, I know this.
Man, look, it's trouble. But thank you for sharing your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, right. Tomorrow again.
Yeah, so like I was telling you, the IMF, the deputy managing director of the IMF, Mr. Kenji, praised Guyana for unparalleled economic expansion, emphasizing the country's position to benefit from increased oil revenue. Right? Now, we must discuss the importance of implementing reforms and adjustments over the years, leading to the current economic progress and the benefits it brings to the population. It also must be emphasized the commendation of Guyana's visionary low-carbon development strategy 2030, particularly with focus on supporting the Amerindian population, financing climate adaptation, and promoting renewable energy. Right? Now, Mr. Kenji addressed the acknowledgement of Guyana's remaining human and infrastructure development needs despite economic growth, emphasizing the importance of continued efforts in public investment while maintaining macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability. The importance of developing a skilled labor force to ensure balanced growth with low inflation and opportunities for well-paying jobs across the country. And this was in relation to support for skilled labor force development, highlighted by the IMF Deputy Managing Director. It also needs to be highlighted that Guyana's efforts in driving the charge to reduce the food imports in the Caribbean region and move closer to achieving food security, emphasizing a significance of these efforts for regional stability. And Guyana, through President Ali, has been put on the map in relation to that. You know about all the shade house initiatives. You know about the diversification of crops and species of animals, black giant, the black belly sheep. You know of the aquaculture that is happening in certain indigenous communities and things like that. So the government, through leadership of His Excellency, have been putting forward all these initiatives to ensure that they have a positive impact on Guyanese. You see investment in ICT, investment in infrastructure, investment in tourism, investment in the healthcare sector, investment in education. So the IMF has seen this and has lauded the efforts of this Irfan Ali-led administration. And, you know, I must express gratitude for the long-standing relationship between the IMF and Guyana. And it is because of leaders like President Ali, former President Jack Dio, and our ministers, past and present, that continue to foster these good relations with the International Monetary Fund. Anyway, guys, I had to end on a positive note, because you know we had Hammy. And for those who ain't see, let me play it again for y'all. They used to rig the elections and they're planning to do it again. Y'all listen.
And as they're rewriting our history, tell them that it was Burnham's wisdom which got him into office in 1964.
So that there's the possibility that Burnham rig his way into the government, right?
I was General Secretary at a critical time. And if, as I told one of the groups I met this morning, if they say you rig elections, I say we should keep rigging to save us from these devils, these bastards, these demons that we have. God bless you.
Well, I am saying we should keep inviting the international community and keep having our local observers to save us from these devils, these bastards, and these demons in the PNC. That's all the time I have for today. Guys, as I always tell you guys before I leave, remember it's all about peace, it's all about love, and most importantly, it's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees.